This goes as a follow-up to the May 24th meeting that we had here at the office. It was a very informal meeting. I received feedback and guidance from residents of Clark Lake, concerned citizens, and we developed 5 points of interest. Yep, 5 points of interest for the township. So the very first one would be a survey, verification of the Clark Lake cemetery boundaries. We did our best to find any existing survey information, and we've not been successful in doing that. However, we spoke to a firm, Ripstra Shuppleman, who did work in the area. He's quoted a reasonable fee that would be well within our authority here, either the supervisor or with mine, mostly yours. The idea is that as soon as he sends us that, we would enter into the agreement, but they're a couple months behind in their surveying, so they likely won't do it until September. But that would be the first step, is to do a survey, a complete survey of the cemetery, to find out exactly what our boundaries are. Then once we know what those boundaries are, that would allow for the second point of the cemetery cleanup, which would allow us to clean those lines. And we believe, after going out there and looking at it, that there's likely some potential burials that we may be able to reclaim once some of that's cleaned up. The third will be housekeeping stuff. Do our very best to reduce the pile of dirt, and then look into possible either fence or shrubbery or something to determine the outside of the cemetery boundaries and dress it up a little bit. And then the final piece would be to research the purchase of land to expand the Clark Lake Cemetery. And we're currently having conversations with certain property owners to bring back to the board to see if that's really a viable option. So this is the update as we have it. The first step will be the survey. Again, they're a couple months behind, but as soon as that happens, we can come back for step 2, which I envision will be a couple of quotes from companies that can bid the work, and I'll bring back and ask approval for that as well.